big Saturday afternoon matinee of high school girls basketball here at Fairfield Ludlowe High School, as the Fairfield Ludlowe Falcons, coming in at 5-6, 3-5 in FCAC play, take on the Bethel Wildcats out of the SWC. They're 7-5 overall, 4-2 in conference play. Aiden Blank, Scott Torello, and we will get things going this afternoon right now with the starting lineups as the Falcons and Wildcats get ready to do battle.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fairfield Ludlowe High School for this afternoon's CIAC girls basketball matchup between the visiting Wildcats of Bethel High School and the Fairfield Ludlowe Falcons. And now let's see today's starting lineups. First for Bethel, the sophomore, number 10, Ruby Ackerman. A freshman, number 24, Cameron Quinn. A sophomore, number 14, Brooke Lacey. A senior, number 11, Vicky Gracie. And the senior captain, number 3, Miranda Newport. The head coach of the high school is Norman. And now the starting lineup for Fairfield Ludlowe. A senior, number 15, Laura Harris. A junior co-captain, number 10, Juliet Butcher. Number 11, Emma Torello. A junior co-captain, number 13, Anna Hallman. And a senior co-captain, number 24, Ida Berkey. The head coach of High School is Sarah Kinsley. Your officials for today's game is Mr. Greg Gaeta and Mr. Tom Riley. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we ask that you please rise as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem.
Come on, Phil.
All right, we are ready to go this afternoon. Fairfield Ludlowe and Bethel. Scott Torello, it's a Saturday, and I think this is a little bit fun for everybody.
It is. Has a different feel to it, right? It's a weekend, winter day. It's rainy outside. What better things to do than come in here and watch a basketball game? This is fun, Aiden.
It is a big basketball game between two teams that are fighting to kind of take that extra step. They're right on the verge of kind of really taking hold in their conferences respectively. Ludlowe is 5-6. With a win, they're back to 500. That would certainly feel good. Maybe it's not something that really means a ton in the long haul, but if you can get to 500, that kind of makes everybody feel like, all right, we're where we at least should be at this point in the season. As we get ready to jump it this afternoon, it is Laura Herron going up against Miranda Nyborg, a senior and a junior, and it goes to the junior, I beg your pardon, the senior, who tips it for Vicky Gracie. And we are underway this afternoon. Fairfield Ludlowe in their home whites, Bethel in their road, what would you call it, maroon, purplish, beautiful steal. Bocci early on is able to get the lay-in. We saw Ludlowe last against Danbury, and we commented about how well they came out defensively. They want to do that again today.
Yeah, beautiful steal right there. Aiden stepped into the passing lane. Listen, they obviously have a huge size advantage, Bethel, so pressuring their guards is going to be huge today.
First touch for Cameron Quinn. Remember, this is a 10-freshman team underneath. The layup with a hand from Nyborg. Wartside at 2.
And right away, we see that size paying dividends.
Beautiful passing to start it off on Ludlow's first real offensive possession. Juliet Buescher too strong on a 3. It's tipped out off the Bethel defender. That was Brooke Lacey. And Ludlow gets it back.
Yeah, good hustle by Laura, keeping that ball alive. Extra possession.
Inbound from Ida Bocci. They find Bocci in the corner. Couple of dribbles in. And the shot just misses.
Nice aggressive move, though, Aiden. I like it.
Yeah, Ludlow's certainly coming out aggressively, offensively. Down low, it's Miranda Nyborg. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line.
Yeah, again, so we've seen now 3 possessions, right? 1, we got a steal off of the guards. 2, we didn't, and it got it right into the big girl. We're going to see our 3 freshmen play dividends today, Aiden. They have the size to match her, but this is a senior, right? She's playing D1 next year at Fordham. She has experience. She's talented. This is going to be a kind of a teacher and pupil today, right? She's going to show these guys a few tricks.
Nyborg hits her first 3-2 Ludlow lead early in this game. And the second one coming. The senior gets both. We're up to 4-2. Buescher's pass almost stolen away, and here's Torello from top, working on Gracie. And now Buescher picked up by Cameron Quinn. This is a junior on a freshman.
Yeah, what's interesting here is, this should be to our advantage, right? They have one of their big girls playing one of our guards. They go in man-to-man, Bethel. Maybe we could get some early fouls on her. Take it at her.
Here's Torello on the elbow, and she's fouled as she drove in by Vicky Gracie. By the numbers for this Bethel team, 10 freshmen, 4 sophomores, 4 seniors. They don't have a junior. So it's 8 sophomores and seniors, and then 10 freshmen. That's what makes up this 18-man roster. 18, also a huge number to have for a girls basketball team, considering Ludlowe has 12.
That sure is. We see the early substitution, bringing in Madison. She has a little more size and strength.
Yeah, you just talked about let's get them to foul, and Roman immediately does. Fouls on Ruby Ackerman. Roman on the low block. Passes it out for Torello. Inside Roman. Tried to create some space. Here's Bocci with 3 too short, but Roman picks it up. A long rebound for the freshman who may have got, oh no, an offensive foul against Madison Roman, and Ludlow's head coach Sarah Kinsley into it early.
What an absolutely terrible call, Aiden. They call charges too much in amateur basketball. I'm telling you, there's no way that was a charge. Great hustle by Boch.
It's another offensive foul. So 2 on either side. Not a great way to start if you're either team. You need the fouling to kind of slow if you're Ludlowe. There's a foul on Torello, a cluster of fouls in a number of minutes. Emma Torello picks up her first, the third team foul. The shot fake from Vicky Gracie. Lacey to Gracie on the elbow. Gracie underneath.
Great help by Bocci. Beautiful block. Excellent weak side help D right there, Aiden.
Bocci comes up with a block, other end. The ball goes out, and it's Bethel's basketball. A 2-point game as we get going on this Saturday. It's a fun game to start. But a lot of fouling as Callie Summers checks in. 2 of the 3 freshmen on Ludlowe's roster now into the game, and this will be Nyborg to bring it. No, she gives it to Prazeris, who brings it across the timeline. To the corner. This is Quinn. A screen. Cameron Quinn in the lane, on the floor. Jump ball. Madison Roman first to it. Ludlowe gets it.
Yeah, good hustle. I love seeing her get on the ground there, tied up. Let's get the possession. This is going to be a battle today, Aiden, right? You're going to have to fight for the full 32 minutes. Neither team's going to run away with this game.
The shot inside off the high backboard. Underneath, and Gracie swish on the jumper, 6-2.
Yeah, that's what we can't allow, right? We can't allow their guards to outrun us down the floor. Then this will get away from us quickly.
Buscher forced it in the lane. We're going back on the other end, and this is Gracie. The throw and the 3 from Lacey. It's off the side of the iron, and the rebound pulled by Callie.
Excellent box out right there by both freshmen.
Here's Buscher from the top. Over to Bocci. Bethel's come out very good defensively. No points underneath. Roman threw it up. She was not fouled, but the putback from Summers, and it's a one-possession game again.
Yeah, if the refs are going to let those calls go, Aiden, it's going to be tough for us.
Throws it out, and a long 2 rolls out from Quinn.
Again, great box out by Madison.
Ludlow's dominated rebounding defensively as another group of 3. This is Paulman, Torello, and Finnegan will check in.
Great drive right there by Callie. I love the aggressive approach. Right, she had the angle. Get to the basket.
Free throws coming from Callie Summers. (6-5). Ludlowe trailing by just a point. Good way to start it against a team that has had some experience in the FCAC. Off front iron, it's tipped right to Heron, who got fouled. She'll shoot. They get rid of one shooting foul, they pick up another.
Excellent hustle underneath, attacking the ball. Every loose ball we need today, Aiden.
It's going to be the 4th foul picked up on Bethel, who's averaging about 57 points a game, a little more than that, as Laura Heron ties the game with a first free throw. That sounds good, but they're giving up about 58.5. So it's a Bethel team that's either winning by a lot or losing by a lot.
Yeah, and we talked about it before we came on the air, right? Their division is a lot of haves and have-nots.
True.
So you could rack up some interesting stats against those weaker teams.
Lacey for Nyborg, and Lacey again. She's their point guard. That's become increasingly obvious. They swing it around for Lacey, the sophomore underneath. She's rejected by Finnegan. Torello trying to get a fast break going. This is Heron in the corner. Finnegan from no man's land. Summers with a good little drive in the paint. She was almost fouled. The tip will go to Bethel. But a real good offensive possession there. And you could have easily argued for a foul when Summers shot there.
Yeah, it was a good move. Another good aggressive move by Callie. The refs haven't shown to be rewarding those kind of early aggressive moves. So, listen, as a player, you got to adjust. The refs are different every game. You got to adjust to their tendencies.
Underneath and out for a three. Too strong. They've shot miserably with field goals so far today.
Let me tell you
something. The only
something.
baskets are coming underneath.
Right. The freshmen have been incredible on the boards today. That was a beautiful rebound by Caitlin.
Here is Paulman, a shot fake. Finnegan bounces for Heron. Drive on the baseline. Finnegan wide open for two. She hits it. Ludlowe's leading scorer in the win over Bassick with 16. Probably the last person you would think would lead the scoring, but she gets an early start here.
But you know what, Aiden? She shot that. She had a big smile walking back down the court. Listen, if she's going to make 8-foot jumpers, that's something we haven't seen out of Caitlin so far. That'd be huge for this team.
Another little 8-foot jumper from Nyborg. Heron on the other end. So back and forth we go. It's 10-8 with inside 2 minutes to play in this first quarter.
Yeah, great action right now, Aiden. Good pace to the game.
On the elbow, this is Gracie into the corner. Opposite side for Lacey. There's a tongue twister if you ever wanted one. Gracie and Lacey both on the court at the same time, passing to each other. There's Paulman, got her hand in there. This is Nyborg. She's a tough matchup for Finnegan because now she's hit 2 of those jumpers. You can't really do anything about that if you're Finnegan. Just let her keep shooting. Eventually she'll get cold.
That's almost a pull-up jump shot. Twice now we've seen it by her. That's incredible.
You don't usually see those from 6'3" centers. You're usually going to see them down low, and Finnegan's used to seeing them down low.
Absolutely.
So.
But listen, that's why she's going to play Division I basketball next year, right? That's a skill we have not seen from hardly anyone in a long time, right? A 6'3" girl who's shooting jumpers.
Sophie Lemley's in this game for the first time. Anna Pullman's been in for a while. She can't get that to roll, but Lemley pulls it. It's Pullman underneath. And that's another one that could have been, you could have argued for a foul, but Nyborg got a nice block and gives it off to Lacey.
Yep, good shot, but Anna's going to have to know who she's going up against, right? Going into her and not really getting body contact and trying to shoot, not going to be successful against her today.
Here's the one matchup where Ludlowe probably has a size advantage. It's Gracie against Summers. A jump ball underneath.
The scoreboard has been wrong for a while now, Aiden. I'm pretty sure the score is 10-10.
It is 10-10 unless they ruled that shot a 3.
Be curious if they switch it.
There's Summers. She'll pick up a foul. That's Ludlowe's 4th. 5 on Bethel, so they're getting into 1-1 territory. Not a good sign considering we haven't even finished the first quarter yet.
You're right. A lot of fouls called on both teams.
Because it's been a scrappy game. It's been that kind of game so far. Rolls out from Gracie. The rebound underneath from Nyborg. That's one I'm not so sure it was a foul. Finnegan got basically all of the ball.
Yeah, but you see the difference there, right? So far, and every time a shot's going up, our girls have been going and finding her and boxing out. That time, Caitlin turned and went right to the basket. You're going to have to put a body on her every possession.
First shot swish, 11-10. So they ruled it 12-10, so they must have ruled that shot she took a 3. Here's her second to make it a 3-point game, at least we think. It's 13-10. So Ludlowe playing a good game so far, but again, good is not anywhere near what you need to beat this team.
Right, 13-10, and she easily has 10 of their first 13 points, Aiden. 6 of 6 from the foul line. Seeing some good skill right here.
There's a timeout that's called by Fairfield Ludlowe. In the JV game, we saw these Bethel coaches are not afraid to go after the referees. They were quite vocal in that JV game. So 13-10 at the timeout. They wanted something called on Sarah Kinsley for crossing the line.
I'm curious if that score's right, Aiden. There's been a lot of chatter between the scorekeepers and the clock.
If it doesn't get changed here, it's right.
Yeah,
because they would this would be the time to change it.
Yeah, completely agree.
It looked like that last jumper she pulled on Finnegan was a 2, but I guess they ruled it a 3. So 13-10. Summers to the corner. Paulman an up fake. She had some room. Bounces for Finnegan, taken away by Praisers, and that's the end of the first quarter. So a good start for Ludlowe, but good may not be good enough today. 13-10 as we head to the second.
All right, it was a good start. Unfortunately, there is a player on the team, the other team, that is superior right now. So they're going to have to maybe do a boxing one on her. They're going to have to front her in, play behind her. They're going to have to do something defensively differently to kind of get her out of her comfort zone. Right now, she's getting the shots she wants. She's getting to the foul line. She's just causing too much havoc. 10 points in a quarter for so far what we've seen this season, Aiden, by one player, that's a lot.
Yeah. Ludlowe has a tough schedule coming up. This is not the end of it. They will take on New Canaan, who knocked off Trumbull last night. They'll take on New Canaan Monday. That game will be available on YouTube, on the NCTV YouTube channel. I'll have the call with Ian Nicholas. Should be a fun matchup. And then we'll be back here on Friday for Fairfield, Ludlowe, and Staples. So we're underway here in the second. Fairfield Ludlowe behind by 3. On this Saturday afternoon, Laura Herons knocked down one jumper already. She's done it again, 13-12.
Beautiful pass. Found herself a nice little 8-footer, Aiden, and she just knocks it down with ease.
Runner in the lane from Gracie, no, and the rebound gets pulled by Summers. Heron on the elbow, and Summers from top. Further into the corner, Pullman an up fake. Drive on the baseline, she was fouled.
Nice palm fake by Anna, right? Get her moving, that's the key. She should not be able to stay with our quicker guards.
That fake really kills people.
Yeah, it's deceiving,
There's
right?
not a lot of Ludlowe girls that can do it, as Pullman's blocked, but got it right back. Oh, good. What an effort.
Good hustle right there, Aiden.
The junior co-captain. They tried to steal it away, but they just couldn't.
I like what they're doing right now against this zone, flashing Laura into those open spots. We saw it work last time. She got a little 6 to 8 foot jumper. That time Bethel adjusted. But I like the movement.
Lemley traveled, but good ball movement, I think, was the key to take away from that possession. If you can do that, you're going to start to get some open looks. And especially with no shot clock, you can do that for as long as you want. Praisers, no way she was getting a shot up underneath with that kind of height. Guarding her. Outlet for Buscher in the corner, off a screen. Got it right back. Nice ball movement. It's Pullman. Buscher dials up a 3, too short. And how about Pullman coming in? She's not going to get the call there, but She's been all over the place, very aggressive underneath today, with nobody that's really able to stop the height of Bethel right now, other than maybe Summers. Pullman's kind of got to act as that center and that physical presence underneath. Steps were not called against Gracie, and a beautiful layup in the lane, 15-12.
You're right, they weren't called, and that was a beautiful move.
Heron, Lemley, Heron on the elbow, Pullman on the baseline. They back it out. Buscher has taken 2 so far. Lemley's first switch.
Great shot, Aiden. She has beautiful form, beautiful rotation on that ball. If Sophie's open, she's got to look to shoot.
We're tied at 15. This is Gracie.
Did you see how hard Anna's working down low there? That was great defense.
Again, when no one with that kind of height is in the game, they need a physical presence. I don't know who that foul was going to get called against. It probably wasn't Buscher. It was most likely Heron.
Yep, they call it on Laura.
It's her first, the 6th on the team. So, yes, you've committed 6 fouls, but at least no one has more than 2. We've seen in a few games this season, Ludlow's picked up fouls early, but they really haven't, but they've been very concentrated to 1 or 2 players, and that's where their problems have come. It's all right if you have 6 or 7 fouls as long as they're spread out. Everybody kind of has 1 or 2, then you're all right.
Absolutely. The one thing to keep in mind is Bethel's 7 for 7 from the foul line in the early going here. If they're actually this good of a foul shooting team, that's going to play dividends for them, especially being in the bonus.
I don't think they've missed this so far. Off back iron, it went out off Heron. So Bethel gets another possession. Those are the kind of mistakes you got to limit. At 16-15, this is a 1-point game. Sarah Kinsley proud of her bunch, but she's got to expect more in this second half. They're not going to beat them playing like this in half number 2. Underneath, skips out, no foul, gets a second look and lays it in. It's back to a 3-point game. It's something Ludlowe did not want. Torello, Heron. Torello again, screen, down the paint, lays it up. But he can't get it, couldn't get it to go, and this is Nyborg for Lacey to bring it up. You see Ludlowe starting to create a little bit more pressure. They started that way against Danbury. They came out in a full court press, and it really worked.
You see how Caitlin's defending her right now, too, Aiden. She's fronting her, which is definitely confusing the big girl. See if she adjusts as this quarter goes on. She really hasn't touched the ball much.
Bochy and Praisers. Spot up almost from Lacey. Bethel's passing has been outstanding too.
Hey, you see, that's where Ludlowe wants her catching the ball, 5 feet outside of the 3-point line.
And Finnegan doing a good job making sure she doesn't get in the lane. Torello pulls a rebound. She falls, but it stays with Ludlowe. So no foul, but you get the call. You keep the basketball, though in a situation like this where they've got 6 fouls and there's still 4 minutes to play in the quarter, maybe you do want a foul to get called there. Lemley's back in this game with Paulman, Torello, Roman, and Summers on the bench. That bench team could start.
Yeah, they have good depth, right? Girls are all contributing right now. This has been a good start to the game.
The inbound from just inside Ludlow's zone. They keep it in the front court. The pass to Finnegan read perfectly and taken back by the Wildcats. This is Gracie on Bochy, trying to get some space. It's the one thing Ludlow's done a good job of. They haven't allowed space, a layup underneath. It's 20-15.
Yeah, see, that's a good adjustment, right? She's being fronted, so what does she do? She moves further into the lane. That creates a passing lane when your guard drives.
Finnegan. Buescher for three, too short. Finnegan, a one-handed rebound, the outlet underneath. And Lemley's going to the line. She would have gone to the line regardless of whether that was a shooting foul or not. It is Bethel's 7th.
Yeah, good drive right there by Soph. Go to the basket aggressively. I like it.
It's on Mia Prozeris. Lemley to the line. She'll shoot 2. She can't get the first roll. 20-15, the Wildcats on top. Ludlowe back to within 4. You can tell this is a big game. We've seen a number of FCAC coaches and players make their way through so far today. Ward's head coach, Dave Danko, who will play the Falcons in 2 weeks, is here. We saw Staples' Marley Lopez-Paul, who will go up against the Falcons next Friday. Madison Roman's in, Laura Heron's out. They hit the first. You really can't put Bethel at the line at this point. That's not an option because they have just shot the lights out from the charity stripe today as Palma goes in for Bochy. (22-16). This game's starting to get out of hand. Ludlowe cannot really afford it to go more than 6. Wonderful shot fake by Lemley, and the runner goes.
Hey, that's a heck of a move, Aiden.
It really is. Other end. Gracie trying to answer. She will not. A block. Lemley, who's been all over the court. The outlet for Pullman, I beg your pardon. Just a little too strong, but really good effort so far. On those 2 possessions, Sophie Lemley dominated the court. A rebound after a beautiful runner, and she was picked up by Nyborg there. So she was at a significant height disadvantage, and she was able to lose 2 defenders and get the runner to fall. Here's Lacey. She's got to stop the dribble. And Ackerman's fouled by Roman. Most of the fouls are not coming when the girls go underneath to shoot. They're mostly coming on defense. When they're just guarding a defender well away from the hoop.
Yep. So we've seen this tendency all season by Coach Kins, right? 2 fouls in the first half. She usually shuts you down, right? So Madison just picked up her second. Quick, unfortunately it was a quick rotation. But we'll see her again in the second half now at this point.
Finnegan, Torello. That usual group, besides Bochy, it's basically the starting group that's out on the floor as Pullman knocks one down. Suddenly it's gone from 6 to 2. And I think that's a theme we've seen. Ludlowe gets behind by 5-6 baskets.
Yeah, we're seeing us find a little hole in that zone, Aiden. It's that opposite side, 6 to 8 footer. We saw Laura do it earlier, and now we see Anna take the same shot in the same spot.
The transition buckets have helped also. A foul's going to get called on Summers. That should be her second. I'm not sure that was a great call. She went right up underneath. She got all of that.
That's what you call anticipating the call, Aiden. The ref was anticipating a foul, blows the whistle. No way that was a foul.
It's Ludlow's 9th, 1 more, and Bethel's shooting 2 for the rest of the half, although that's only a minute 35 more as Heron checks in for Summers. And you can see Sarah Kinsley shaking it off. She'll take it. Although, against a team like this, anytime they go to the line, it's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, they've proven to make their foul shots.
It sounds so simple, but from what we've seen this year and the teams Ludlowe has played, making foul shots is a huge help. Torello underneath, she's going to get fouled. 23-20, and she's going to go to the line. Bethel commits their 8th. It's on Ruby Ackerman. And Torello goes to the line to shoot. These are big shots from her. Bring it within 1. As we've seen, Ludlow's gone behind by 6 or 7, and then they've kind of trudged back into it.
Yep, it's just where they want to be, right? Within striking distance. This game's going to go down to the wire like we've talked about, right? So keep it close, keep fighting. Try and win this thing at the end.
23-22. We mentioned Bethel has played Staples, Darien, and Stanford. They have played 3 of the best teams in the FCAC. Beautiful shot from Brooke Lacey to make it 25-22. So you look at them and say, well, 7-5, they can't be that good, but they played some really top-tier teams.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They played a very tough schedule. It's another good out-of-conference game for them.
How about Torello bodying her way through? It's back to a 1-point game.
Nice little curl action there, Aiden. I love that play. For Bethel, though, that was good help defense. Forced Emma to take a very tough shot.
Finnegan loses the battle with Nyborg, and it's 27-24.
Yeah, Aiden, I mean, what a move that is. 6'3", pump fake, going to the rim like that. That's, you see quality basketball right there.
Torello picked up by Lacey.
Looks like they want to save for the last shot. Oh, but they get fouled, so Anna will go to the line.
They'll take it. If she can hit both, they will tie be within a point. Fouls on Brooke Lacey. That's big. She hasn't really been subbed out yet.
Yeah, she's definitely a key player to this team, no doubt.
Lacey, Gracie, and Nyborg, the 3 that you really can't do without if you're Bethel. 27-26, 13 seconds of enough time for Bethel to bring it up. Here's Prazeris. Shot fake, Nyborg. From the free throw line as time expires. And Bethel leads by 3 as we go to half number 2. A very exciting first half.
Aiden, once again, you tip your cap, right? That was a pump fake, one dribble, pull up at the foul line by a 6'3" center. What a move. That was a great first half, though, 29-26. Anyone's game, right where they want to be. It's going to be a great second half.
Ludlowe trailing by 3. We'll take a break and talk to you on the other side of it for the second half. Getting ready for the third quarter here on FSN. Aiden Blank, Scott Torello with you. And Scott, it's a 3-point game. Ludlowe kind of hanging tough in the first quarter. We see a stoppage.
Yeah, the clock's not set.
Oh, okay.
So, minor technicality.
We'll redo it.
Yep.
No
Hit the
harm, no
reset
no
button.
harm, no foul. And it'll be brought across the timeline by Lacey. Here's Gracie on Bochy. Now in the lane, it's Quinn. Couldn't get it. Buscher pulls the rebound.
Yeah, excellent rebound, Aiden. They're going to need everyone to rebound. And that was a good rebound by one of our guards.
Here's Torello. She's guarded by Lacey. Buscher's got a couple of looks so far. Here's Heron. One more pass, Bochy for 3. Bang! She knocks it down, and this game is tied.
Great shot, right? We're going to need to knock down some threes this half, Aiden, to pull this off.
You certainly will, and this is a team that could do it. A team that can really shoot the lights out when they need to. Underneath, this is Ackerman. Couldn't get the roll. Lucky bounce for Ludlowe. The runner in the lane also no good, so a really lucky possession there. Ludlowe could have given up an easy bucket.
Yeah, you're right. Too much standing around, no one attacking the ball.
Here's Bochy, her second attempt to the half off.
Good shot, though, right? Love that penetrating dish out.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's anything to complain about there if you're Sarah Kinsley.
Yeah, good look for Boch. Just hit one the prior possession.
Ackerman, Paulman fell over Nyborg.
Good hustle right there, Aiden. That's the best player in probably the league for the SWC, diving on the floor in a midseason game here. You love to see that.
It was a timeout that got called.
Yep, coach called a timeout as she
was called before Nyborg could have traveled. She was trapped on the floor in a very vulnerable position. They could have really forced her to throw it away. This will be Gracie to inbound. The Wildcats trying to reset. The game tied at 29. After that little tangle between Paulman and Nyborg, it's Lacey, the sophomore. Boy, how cool and calm does she look controlling the point. 3-way off from Pizarris. Here's Buscher. She wants to run. She's picked up by Pizarris, who slows it down. Bochy. Paulman. In the lane, no.
Good
How
hustle
about
by
Bochy pulling the rebound? One more pass. It's Paulman for 3. Oh, that rolls out.
Another good rebound by Bochy.
Off-ball foul's going to get called against Bethel. That was a really good possession. You don't get any buckets from it, but you get a chance to redo, and I think Ludlowe was waiting. You had a couple of shots there that really, they needed them to go in. It would have really gotten the crowd on their side. Paulman got knocked as she shot.
Plus picked up a 3rd foul on Lacey right there, Aiden. She's a key part of this team.
The sophomore running the point. As Paulman knocks another one down mid-range, and it's 31-29. That might be the first time Ludlow's led today.
Hey, that's great offense. Get it deep on the baseline. Everyone turns and looks at you. Quick pass to the middle. Nice little 6-footer by Anna.
Underneath, they back it out. Lacey, the entry pass, loose. Ludlowe ball, that was huge, and this possession could get them up by 2. By multiple possessions, and that would be huge.
Yeah, great hustle early in this half by Bochy. She has been a difference maker to start this half, Aiden.
Here's Torello. Buscher on the elbow, it's Heron. Paulman really wanted to take it, but they extend the possession. Another big point here is they're able to kind of control these possessions, make them a little bit longer, take more time off the clock. We're almost halfway through this third quarter. The foul's going to go against Paulman. That's her second.
Hey, you don't mind that foul, right? It's a hustle play.
Long ball, and Paulman was all over it.
Yeah, she read it beautifully.
Torello controls it. Heron for three, no. But tips the rebound to Bocci, and it will go to Bethel. That was a very forced possession. It felt like they were really trying for it.
Yeah, it was. You know, it's good to push it up, but you don't have to take the quick shot just because you push it up the court.
I think that was a big thing Sarah Kinsley probably talked about in the locker room. Waste some time. These guys hate it when you stand still. They want to be moving. They want this game to be fast. You start it off fast. You don't have to finish that way. Underneath, a foul. Although, when you're going up against a team with zone, you don't really have much of a choice. You kind of put them in a position where they have to move.
You're right? I mean, they're playing a zone, which slows you down. It's good to get early possessions, early shots, but they got to be good shots.
Inbound to the corner, immediate three from Lacey off the side iron and pulled by Torello. Paulman. Lemley to the corner for Summers. One more pass, it's Finnegan. Rejected by Nyborg.
Yeah, nice spin to her opposite hand. She's just not used to playing someone that big and strong.
Ludlow still in front. Nyborg saved it. And here's Lacey. Guarded by Torello, as she basically has been the whole night. Torello's done a really good job keeping her from scoring. Paulman uses every part of her body to stop it. And it ends up in a Torello basket on the fast break.
Great defense by Anna.
It went off her face.
You're right.
But she
Beautiful
sacrifices
steal.
it.
She anticipated it. It took a weird bounce, hit her in the face, as you mentioned, but she stayed with it, Aiden. Great play.
33-29. Here's Nyborg. All kinds of space underneath. She'll shoot.
Hey, listen, I don't mind that foul, right? That's a great drive.
And she was getting that basket either way.
She gets Caitlin on her hip. All right, again, that's experience. Make her go to the foul line and earn it.
Miranda Nyborg at the line for Bethel, shooting 2.
So to the line is the forward-and-bound Miranda Nyborg. Senior knocks down the first.
And we have not seen her miss a foul shot yet. 7 for 7 now from the foul line.
Ludlow still in front by 3. That's the advantage of having a multi-possession lead. One possession's really not fixing it. They want to keep that multi-possession lead. It'll only help them down the stretch. Nyborg is 2 for 2. Bethel still has not missed from the free throw line, and that's huge.
See, they're changing up their defense here, Bethel, going with more of a full court press.
They had Finnegan for an easy bucket, but Summers couldn't see. Summers can see that. An easy layup underneath, couldn't quite get it to roll, and Bethel gets the basketball back.
Yeah, nice drive, got to the basket. Love to see her finish that. I think she was surprised she was that open. And now Ludlow changes up their D, right? So they go more to the 2-2-1 press, see if it works against Bethel.
Good move from Gracie, and she gives it over to Perizeris. To the corner, you don't want Nyborg out there. To the corner, she traveled. You don't usually see that kind of move from an experienced senior like Nyborg, but Ludlow gets a little bit of luck. And in a game like this, you need it.
Right, that's, I mean, probably her first mistake today, Aiden, right? It's incredible.
Summers basically can penetrate at will down there.
You're absolutely right. She has incredible speed and shiftiness. She is some athlete.
She really is. And they got her for 3 more years after this. Here's Torello off the inbound. Tees up a 3, no, but Paulman. She's been strong underneath. She gets the rebound and gives it off to Lemley. Back to Lemley in the corner. Here is Summers. Heron. Summers again. Now she's trapped. Got some help. It's Torello. I have no problem with them running this all the way down, but one mistaken throw it all off. Torello got it back. Summers underneath. Throw it up, not fouled. She's been getting some tough calls today. There's been a lot of calls that really could have been fouls on her. Or for her.
Almost got the steal. Good pressure right at half court.
Yeah, that's
there.
the kind of pressure you want to see against Nyborg. It's Summers against Nyborg, so we'll see if she can fix it because Finnegan checked out. Layup easy underneath to tie the game from Vicky Gracie, 33 all.
Yeah, nice reverse layup.
This is Pullman. Torello for three. Straight on!
Beautiful shot. We needed it, Aiden. Bethel was coming back.
36-33. What a fun conclusion we're going to have. Under a minute to play in the third. Wide open, Jay rolls out.
Did you see that box out by Laura right there, Aiden? That was great.
On the other end,
Giving up a lot of size to Nyborg.
Torello didn't touch it, so it stays with Ludlowe. This is a humongous possession. If they can get it back to 2 possessions to start the fourth, they'll be really happy campers.
Sure.
Ludlowe in front by 3. A really good crowd on hand, too.
Yeah, it is, right? As you mentioned, right? Saturday afternoon. This lends to it being a fun, festive crowd. It's
It
the middle
really
of
does.
Winter. You see all kinds of
And a big
students
thing is the
here.
boys don't have a game today.
Right.
So
it
they're
allows
all
them to
here.
come.
How about the moves by Buscher? Pullman to the corner, and Buscher dials up a 3 that's too short. The rebound will go off Pullman to Bethel.
15 seconds here. It'd be great to keep them without a basket here, Aiden, to finish this third.
Down to 10. This is Prezeris. Underneath. Nyborg. Fouled in 1. She can tie the game with a free throw.
Tough play. Good try by Bochy to try and draw the charge. That's a 50-50 call. Ref gave Nyborg the benefit of the doubt on that one.
It is Ludlow's 4th. Bethel only has 2, so both teams have done a good job not jumping out in front free throw-wise. That's huge.
She makes another free throw, Aiden.
Yeah, that was tough. We're tied at 36. Bochy races to get it. 4.3 seconds left. Home run pass. Buscher to the hoop. At the buzzer or just before it, she's fouled. She'll shoot. That was big.
That was big. I tell you, that's a breakdown by Bethel. 4 seconds left. You cannot allow your opponent to have a breakaway layup at the rim.
Buscher with all kinds of speed. Just blew by almost 2 Bethel defenders. She'll shoot to get Ludlowe the lead with a second, a little more left. And she knocks down her first. So Bethel's been good from the free throw line. They've been perfect. But Ludlow's been pretty good too, and that's been a huge help.
Absolutely. Both teams shooting well from the foul line. And now it looks like we can go into the fourth with a lead. That's big.
They will. 38-36 as we go to the fourth.
Great period right there, Aiden. Should have been up to be a great end to this game.
It most certainly is, and Ludlow's done a great job. Ludlow's done a fantastic job holding Bethel. Every possession is a new one. Every possession, new philosophy, just stop them.
Yeah, both teams going back and forth. Good quality of play right here. See teams making shots. We see most likely an all-stater for Bethel doing her thing. She easily has 26 or so points. And we're seeing a lot of good basketball right now.
Busher will inbound to start the fourth quarter. Here's Pullman. And an immediate turnover. Not the way you want to start it in the fourth.
Yeah, a bit of miscommunication, right? Emma was being closely guarded, so she tried to go backdoor. By the time Callie recognized it, she traveled, right? But it's just a tough play.
Three is off, racing to the rebound. They saved it, but a backcourt.
Yep, good call right there by the ref. Right in proper position. Bethel girl was definitely in backcourt when she got that ball.
Here's Bochy. Ludlowe trying to get a multi-possession lead. Check out the handles by Ida Bochy. It was poked away, but she saves it. And now Ludlowe can really start the offense. Underneath, they saved it. A bunny for Pullman, but Bochy pulls the rebound off the miss. Summers almost had it, but she shies off a little bit so she doesn't get called for a foul, possibly.
Yeah, that was
smart.
Great pass. Good shot by Anna. Just didn't quite go.
Layup underneath. We're tied at 38. Busher. A step back, skips out. She's been looking for one. She's been hunting all day. As Roman and Finnegan check in for Busher and Bochy. Ludlowe into a full-on, full-court press. Torello and Lacey. Lacey stops, Nyborg underneath. They find a three for Gracie, skips out. Torello pulls the rebound. And a home run pass for Pullman. Offensive foul. And that was tough.
Yeah, it was. Again, a lot of these 50-50 calls are going against us. There's no way that's a charge, Aiden. She did not lower her shoulder. Girl was moving. Too many charges called by these refs.
This time it still is Lacey to bring it up. Nyborg, step back, too short. Again, if you're Finnegan, let her shoot like that because eventually she's not going to be able to hit him anymore. Now maybe eventually.
Yeah, but Finnegan got a hand in her face, Aiden.
Summers
made her take a tough shot.
Dials up a three, tip to Pullman, foul underneath, they'll take it.
Oh, they're going to call it against Caitlin.
No, an offensive foul. That is tough.
Yeah, we're going to need a basket here, Aiden, right? We're seeing a little bit of tension in Ludlowe right here. Going to need a basket to kind of get them back in the flow.
Ludlowe with 6 fouls, Bethel with just 3, and Ludlow's going to pick up their 7th. And that is multiple for Torello. That's either her 2nd or 3rd. Oh, that's her 3rd. That's dangerous. Because if you need a shot, she could be the one you give it to. Five and change left here in the 4th. And this is Lacey. you're just not going to get him to miss from the free throw line. They've been unbelievable. Shot number 2. The sophomore drills it. 40-38. Timeout. And I think rightfully so. Ludlowe needs to kind of step back and reset so that they can keep this from getting into multi-possession territory.
Yeah, absolutely. Good time to reset. Set up a play that you want to run. All right, we've gone now, 2.5 minutes without a basket. So it's important to kind of get one quickly here, Aiden, right? Not quickly into the possession, but quickly into this quarter, right? You don't want to see this kind of negative momentum building on you. Like to see one go through the basket. Like to see us maybe tie this game up at worst, and then fight from there.
The Falcons trailing by 2. This is a huge possession coming up. A nice little crowd that's gathered on this Saturday afternoon. It feels laid back, although looking outside, it does not look great. It is Summers to inbound, and she gets it to Buescher. The feed from Finnegan. The bounce pass picked by Nyborg. The other end, and Nyborg lays it in. It's a 42-38 lead. Exactly what Ludlowe didn't want to happen.
Yeah, that's a tough turn of events there. That was one of those turnovers where you have your guard penetrating, and when you turn it over like that, there's no one back, Aiden.
Torello almost dialed up a 3, but it goes out of bounds. You don't like the way this game is trending for Fairfield Ludlowe. Here's Lacey.
This is a big possession right here, Aiden.
Nyborg beyond the three-point line. Roman and Heron are in next. Nyborg poked free, but they got it back. Oh, they needed to get that basketball.
Yeah, good defense, good help by Callie. You're right, it was a loose ball. It would have been nice to have had that one.
On Torello, Lacey for Nyborg, Lacey, swish, and that may be it. 44-38, a 6-point Bethel lead. Down to 4 minutes and change to play. They gotta score here.
Yes, it's been a big run.
Pullman forced the J, and it didn't go.
Again, you feel the tension building, right? It's now 4+ minutes without a basket. It starts to wear at you.
Torello staying with Bethel. Roman's back in, and Heron's back in. So they're clearly not so much concerned with size. Now they need a basket. And they're concerned with scoring more than anything else here. This is Gracie on Heron. Now Lacey and Torello. Prazeris and Pullman. Backed out all the way to the logo. She had her eye poked. And a foul will go against Pullman. That's Ludlowe's 8th. But hang on a second. Kinsley can't believe that got called. Lemley checks in for Torello. And here's Prazeres to the line. It's out. Well, that's a good sign. They haven't been missing those much tonight. Here's Buescher. Here's Paulman. Lemley underneath, couldn't quite get it, too short. 3 minutes, and this clock continues to tick.
That was a nice play, good backdoor cut. She got a good look. Again, we're just not finding the basket right now.
Maybe Paulman can try. She feeds Roman, who's fouled, but without the shots. And again, Kinsley just getting aggravated on the sidelines.
Well, a lot of these calls have gone against them today.
Timeout is called by Bethel. That really should have been shooting. She was in motion.
I agree. Looked like she was going up with the shot. That's a big turn of events, though, right? Could be a potential good basket and one. Instead, we're still taking the ball out of bounds, looking for our first basket of the quarter.
44-38. Ludlowe trailing by multiple possessions late in the game. Sounds familiar. Heron for Lemley in the corner. Shot fake. Paulman, turnaround, got space, fouled. She didn't get the bucket, but she can go shoot. They'll take the buckets anywhere they can get them at this point. Here's Paulman to shoot two. Couldn't get that. There's going to be a sigh of relief in this gym when they finally can get a bucket. Oh for 2. A stroke of bad luck coming late for Fairfield Ludlowe. Lemley couldn't stop their offender, Lacey.
Wow, it looks like she's badly hurt, Aiden. That looks like her knee gave out. Yeah, she is badly hurt. I think her knee buckled. You hate seeing that happen. Terrific kids, played a great game. You know, you just hate seeing all this happen.
It feels like it's really just all unraveling down the stretch.
This feels like a serious injury. She is writhing in pain. You could see trainers and coaches kind of trying to help just give her some relief. That's really a terrible feeling.
2 minutes and 22 seconds to play in the fourth quarter, and Ludlowe trails by 6. So it's not quite out of hand yet. One basket, and they're back in this game.
Oh, you're right. I mean, they're only down 6 as badly as they've played this quarter. But time is becoming an issue, right? 2:22 left, as you mentioned. We still don't have that first point of the quarter. So all this starts to build on you as the game's kind of coming to a close. You see her dad now coming over. It's just, you hate seeing this, Aiden.
the fact that she has not been able to move is not a good sign.
Yeah, the trainer is clearly doing some tests on the knee. You know, you hope for the best here. Maybe it's just a bad sprain.
We'll see if she's able to move, as a unanimous round of applause for Sophie Lemley.
She's not putting any weight on it, which is
Yeah.
concerning. Just gonna, yeah, like I said, you just gotta hope for the best.
If there is any bright side to this, it's that Sarah Kinsley has gotten a few uninterrupted moments to kind of relax her girls and say, yes, this was horrible, but now we've got a chance to kind of reset, take a deep breath, and finish this game strong. One basket, they're back in this thing.
You're right.
Maybe that re-energizes this group. Into the backcourt, it's Lacey. Torello's kept her away from the basket tonight. Can she do the same here? Buescher came over to help. They're starting to put more than one girl on each ball handler. Underneath. Timeout called by Bethel. But good pressure there.
Good pressure.
They were not able to get close enough to the basket to take a shot.
Absolutely. Good pressure. Good timeout by the coach. He must be just about out of timeouts. But his girl was stuck. She had nowhere to go. Save the turnover. Now try to reset.
A timeout called with 1:56 to play. Ludlow still trailing by 6. Have they gotten a basket in this fourth quarter yet?
They have not. They were winning 38-36 to start the fourth. After playing a great third period, you know, we've seen this throughout the season, Aiden, right? These kind of ups and downs as the periods have moved from one to the next. Obviously, this is currently a down period.
The inbound goes long, almost overthrown. Lacey saved it. Here's Nyborg. Lacey again. They rotate Gracie and got her on the elbow. It's stripped away. Loose on the floor. Still loose on the floor. A jump ball. I don't understand where that came from.
No, I mean, no one
I think you
even had
needed
their
to let
hands
that
on the
play
ball.
out. You needed to let that play out for a few more seconds because nobody had committed a foul, and there was certainly no jump ball, and that really is going to kill the Falcons here.
Yeah,
They're going to need to start fouling soon.
Yeah, it's just more and more time is ticking off the clock here. You know, Bethel has now had this ball for a good minute. Ooh, just missed the steal.
Underneath, and the foul committed by Heron.
You know, good offensive execution right there by Bethel, right? Took a minute off the clock. Now they get to go to the line, shoot some foul shots.
Callie Summers checks into the game, 1:18 to play. Here come the shots. Well, they've unraveled a little bit free throw-wise down the stretch. That's only a good sign. Here's Buescher. They got to get a shot off quick. Trailing by 6. Anything will help. Torello blocked. Paulman loose on the floor. Bethel picks it up to Summers, who's fouled. That's the 6th on Bethel, so they have no more fouls to give. And now it really is going to feel, no, it's not a shooting foul.
No, you're right.
So Heron's going to inbound from underneath the basket. Here's Summers in the corner. Inside, a minute to play now. It's Summers underneath. Summers was fouled by Prazeres.
Bethel foul is number 1 with Prazeres at 35th. Team 7. Kelly Summers at the line for Ludlowe, shooting 1-1.
This is Callie Summers. She shoots a 1-1. And this is the first. You really, again, like we said a few minutes ago, could sense the exhale from the Ludlowe faithful.
Yeah,
And she looks to hit her
hope
second.
there's enough time, right? In 51 seconds. Gonna need Bethel to miss some foul shots.
Too strong. Bethel gets it back. It's like a lane violation got called.
Exactly. If it doesn't hit anything on the free throw, it's a lane violation.
Up ahead for Lacey. For Nyborg, who's trapped and fouled. Again, another really feels like a blown call.
Yeah, that was. We've seen some bad calls today. I don't want to make it sound like that's why we've lost this game, because it's not. We have not.
Certainly hasn't helped.
Yeah, it hasn't helped. We have not executed and scored in this fourth. But yeah, you're right. Some of these calls they're head shaking. And,
First shot is through.
the fact that she's 10 for 10 from the foul line doesn't help.
Yeah, 10 shots really making a difference today. It's short. They pull the rebound, down by 6. Pullman. No foul was called. Nyborg pulls the rebound, and this is basically it. A foul is called just before half court. Well, the good thing about this is it's not an FCAC game. It's not going to hurt their FCAC record, only their overall record, which will move to 5-7.
You're right. What's critical now is the FCACs. Big one on Monday against New Canaan.
Yep. And I think it's important, as with all these losses, that you can't dwell on it.
Yeah, there's no time, right? They got one day tomorrow to practice, then turn right back around for New Canaan on Monday. So there really is no time to wallow in the mire. Monday's a huge game. They have to beat New Canaan to kind of stay in the FCAC race. After that is Staples, which is going to be obviously extremely challenging. They're the top team in the league. But then after that, every game is 50-50, winnable and losable.
Yeah, they finish with Awards, St. Joe's, Wilton, West Hill, and Central.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're going to beat
5
Central.
games they really should win.
They're going to beat Central. They're going to beat West Hill, right? Those other 5 they can win. So if you can get New Canaan on Monday, it kind of keeps you in the race, keeps you interested in the rest of the season.
If they could win those 4 games, they would finish with at least 7 wins. You get one more. And you know what? It is certainly not out of the question that this team makes a run for the playoffs in the FCAC.
No, it's not. The FCAC, although it's top-heavy with Staples and Norwalk, the rest of it is wide open. So anyone that gets in there definitely has a shot.
Here's Buscher. Gotta find something. Heron back out for a 3. Can't go. She's really struggled shooting today. Here's Bochy to inbound it. Zips to Buscher. Bounces for Pullman, and an up fake and a layup in the lane, rolls out.
Still can't get one to fall this quarter, Aiden. It's just, you know what? That was kind of a recap of what you saw the entire fourth quarter. Just could not get anything to drop. Very frustrating. And listen, as you mentioned, right, this is not a devastating loss. Not by any means. It's a very good team, but it's one you could have won. Hey, so again, another one of these close games that they have not pulled out this season.
Ludlowe scored 1 point in the fourth quarter, and that kind of tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, that will not get it done in any circumstance against any team. So, this team is going to have to learn to win in the fourth. They're going to have to learn to do that pretty quickly.
We will talk to you on Monday. Again, the broadcast will be a co-op broadcast, if you will, between FSN and NCTV. I'll have the call with Ian Nicholas, 7 o'clock from New Canaan, and then we're back here. I think it's Friday. It is Friday against Staples. So that'll do it from Fairfield Ludlowe. Your final, the Falcons fall to Bethel 47-39. For Scott Torello, I'm Aiden Blank. Have a great rest of your night, everybody.